How my people, it's your guy, the Nigerian Englishman, and we are back here, One Touch TV settings. And we have brought back the famous show. We had it during the summer transfer window on a week-to-week basis. We had to bring it back. North London Rivals with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, and unfortunately the Tottenham fan, Deji Spurs in the building. What are you saying, Dej?
Yes, Niger Englishman, look, it's a pleasure, and I'm grateful that first and foremost, you're a brother to me, and it's been a pleasure doing this show, and we continue to do this show. It's great, it's love, it's all banter. But I needed an opportunity to just be left alone in the room with you, bro, for a couple of minutes and go toe to toe. Let's see where we are, assess where we are after 7 games. What you were doing is doing this kind of distraction technique, bringing in all these Chelsea fans, all these Manchester United fans, and bro, to be honest with you, if you're not in the top 4, I don't want to know. Do you get what I'm saying? You're wasting my time, you're wasting their time, and so it's a pleasure that we got to talk with. What is the top 3? Do you get what I'm saying? Which is the top 3 that I have to say?
I hear you. So well done for sneaking in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, well done, Spurs. Like sneaking in the top 3 conversation. Like,
it's hardly sneaking in. There's a free. I told you, man, at Tunnel TV, One Touch, and globally, that this season is going to be a 3-horse race, and that 3-horse race will include Tottenham. What we didn't know, and I'm not saying anything now at the moment, is that potentially the 3-horse race could include your team. Yeah, let's just keep it real. Let's just
so that's the news that we've had this season so far, basically.
What do you mean?
So the news now is Deji's agreeing that Arsenal are going to finish higher than what? Or what are you saying?
Bro, at the moment, I have to say, because look, I'm not stupid. At the moment, I have to say, you guys are doing bits. You guys are doing something. But if you remember a few weeks back, I got called out on this very show. I told you that your first 9 games, you should be able to win your first 9 games. And then if you win your first 9 games, then come talk to me. So far, so good.
Deji, look, how many teams win 9 games in a row in the Premier League?
Bro, when you look at the fixtures...
No, but how many teams win 9 games in a row in the Premier League?
Not many.
Listen to what you're saying. So you're you're telling us that we're ready for a title challenge then? If you're asking us to
I'm
win
not
9
saying
games
that you're ready for a title challenge,
right, because that's the type of run you need to build a title.
No, what I was saying is, if you guys are serious about this top 4 thing, looking at
win 9 games in a row,
looking at your first 9 games this season, how winnable the 9 games is, you man should be winning them games. If you win them games, then yes, you guys are stepping up. I have to say, because you can only beat that what's in front of you. But we will know the litmus test is what I've been telling you. Your 10th game, or what should have been your 10th game, which is on the 1st of October, where my boys, my club, comes over to your stadium, and then we will see Wagwan. And thankfully, 1st of October is round the corner, my brother.
Okay, first of all, is Tottenham up north about my club? Fucking shut up there. First of all. Number two, look, yeah, I'm tired of all this thing that people are doing about test this and test that. Let's break it down. Deji, do not interrupt me. First of all, smash the likes buttons, subscribe, comment, all of that, share, everything. Big up everyone in the comment section. Big up. Smiley Entertainment. Big up Prince Fuad in the comment section. Big up Brady K. Big up EGTV in the building. My guy Fuad. Well, let's just say this, Deji. Let me land. I'll let you land after. Yeah. First of all, people are talking about test this, test that. First thing I want to say is the first test Arsenal had this season was Crystal Palace away. Hold on. Let me explain it. First of all, it's a London derby. It's away from home. It's a team that people say we should beat. Okay, so last season we should have beat them, but we lost 3-0 to them last season, and this season we beat them 2-0. So that's the first test. The second test is coming back from behind. So pause, by the way. First of all, we were 1-0 down against Fulham. in another London derby, we came back, won that game 2-1. Nobody was worried. The third test was Manchester United. Unfortunately, we were naive in that game, and it led to us losing that game. They beat us convincingly 3-1. And, okay, so now, bounce back. Another London derby against Brentford, away. A team that beat us 2-0 in the same fixture last season. A team that beat Man United 4-0. People were saying they were on form, rare tear, Ivan Toney, England call up and all that, this, that, what I'm hearing. And we put them to the sword comfortably. So don't tell me about, your first test this and first test that. This is just one. Spurs is just one of our many tests this season.
Before we get into this, if you don't, can I have an opportunity? I don't normally do rebuttals and all of this, but I'm gonna have to just do a couple of rebuttals on the nonsense that I've been hearing from you so far. So the Crystal Palace thing. Let's just be real. First game of the season, Crystal Palace were missing and feeling the gap of Conor Gallagher, because let's be real, Conor Gallagher was doing bits for them last season, and then they were still trying to work out their new system, new formation. It would be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if you could do that now. But you played Crystal Palace first game of the season. I would even go as far as to say that Tottenham against Southampton, we won 4-1 first game. I don't think we do that now. I don't think so, because I feel like the system, the pattern of play, the rhythm has come in. So that's my first rebuttal. Where was Gallagher? Second one, about the Fulham and Leicester City. Bro, you're right. You came from behind to beat Fulham, and you only beat Leicester City 4-2. That's all I'm going to say.
I knew you started.
Because me and you, we've talked. You were bringing it to me. Tottenham did the same. I even had Smiley on another show tell me, Tottenham matched what Arsenal did against Fulham. It was 2-1. Yeah, but we didn't come from behind. We were comfortable, and then they scored in the 83rd minute, and then they made the last 7 minutes a little bit techie. But let's be real. For large parts of the game against you guys, it was techie. Now, I told you that Leicester is dead food. That nobody should get gassed about Leicester.
And nobody got gassed about Leicester. Nobody got gassed about Leicester. We put them to the sword comfortably, bro. 4-2,
look at Jesus. Sexy football. My man's going to score 20 goals this season. Rare. Hey. Bro, what we saw Tottenham do to Leicester. Pukaria Karamba. You get me? Pukaria Karamba. My man's son. I had people drawing me out for Son this week, you know. Drawing me out, guy. Deji, what's happened to Son? Has he lost it? Rare. I'm like, you know what, guys? Calm down, mate. Calm down. Son comes on, and up until you lot kicked off yesterday, was level in 14 minutes on your top goal scorer at the time, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Jesus, on 3 goals this season. I mean, bro, I'm done out here, man. I'm done out here. We're making light work of this.
So what, we got 3? So we got 3 players on 3 goals. Oh, cool, bro. That's impressive after 7 games. That's good. I'm excited about it. That's why we're top of the league and you're below us, right? Anyway, bro. These are the facts. First of all, hold on. This is what I'll say. Big up Spurs, bro. Big up Spurs, because I won't lie. I did expect them to beat Leicester 100%. I thought it was going to be a 2-0. They made kind of hard work of it. The fact that Leicester were very close for a whole 45 minutes. It was 2-2, 45 minutes in. So Leicester were kind of looking that they could maybe win the game. But Son, let me not lie. That guy, he said, "Fuck you, Conte, for putting me on the bench." Are you mad? You ain't crazy? And he came on and banged it, and they were. The first 2 goals, I'll give it to him. Absolute peaches of goals, man. Left foot, right foot, proving his class. But it was only Leicester, mate. So,
but you know what? You know, Nigel, and with me, I respond to the energy that I'm getting. So if you're going to put some respect on it, I will put equally respect to say, you know what? Arsenal, at the moment, you lot are doing your thing. And the way you lot outplayed Brentford, there's no excuse for why Ajax United got rolled over the way they got rolled over because you, man, put Brentford to the sword. Let's put some respect on it. You, man, 7 games played, top of the league. It is no joke. But for anybody to come to me and start telling me hella rubbish about my predictions about Tottenham, remember, mans were making prediction before the season started. Yeah? Deji, you're delusional. I could see the chat. Deji's delusional. Who is this man? I had some waste man from the other side of the pond, Aussie Gooner, trolling man, chatting hella bull crap. And mate, I hope he's waking up and smelling the coffee, mate. Hope you're welling up and smelling the coffee.
He's calling you out.
You know what I mean? Because right now you can see that my club is doing bits. And look, your team is top of the league, and there's 2 teams that are undefeated in the Prem this season. And I'm delighted to tell you, I look you in your eyeballs and tell you, one of those teams is Tottenham Hotspur.
Big up Spurs for that. Let me get into some of the comments, man, in the comment section. Big up Kasana in the building each and every time. My guy, we're just doing what we're supposed to do. Don't get overhyped, Nigel, my bro. Relax, bro. I'm not overhyped, bro. I'm not overhyped. Look, Kasana, I'm not overhyped. Exactly as you're saying, I'm just taking it game after game. I'm not talking about we're going to win the league and all that stuff. And my target remains the same. Top four, and Europa League. That's what my targets are this season. DWTT says, morning, Niger, Deji in the chat room, eagerly waiting for a quiet October the 1st for you, Deji. LOL, come on, you Gunners.
We need a show. You know,
it's technical. October's looking techie.
Bro, bring on October. I can't wait for October the 1st. And bro, we need to make sure that clown Aussie is on the show before. This guy has the biggest mouth. And you know how he embarrassed himself in the chat? Let me just tell you about this brother real quick. This guy, when I respond in the chat and I said to my brother, when me and you were on the show, one time we were on the show, I told Aussie to his face, I said, bro, Tottenham is going to finish 4th and get Champions League above your team and we're going to beat you. His response was, I was lucky. Get him off the streams. Get him off the streams. Get him off.
Big up, Steve Aussie Gooner. Don't worry, we're going to be doing a North London derby show, and Aussie Gooner is definitely going to be in the building, ready in full effect for man like Deji. Don't worry about that. Fear of Black London in the building. Big up, my guy. For Deji, you guys play fossil football. Okay, so Deji, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because let's be honest, you would probably be one to admit too, even though you are getting the results. Let's not get into it. Spurs are getting results, but you would admit that your football hasn't really been the best. And if you're looking at that first half, especially against Leicester, it was kind of off. You scored like some set pieces. Yeah. Like, do you see Spurs continually playing this type of football till the end of the season, or you actually see it gelling and clicking and seeing some finesse in there?
Bro, I think people are missing a big boy trick, and I'm glad you asked this question because I was going to bring it up anyway. Tottenham have not been playing well. That is true. But we are getting points. Bro, it is a matter of time before it clicks. And I think for me, the biggest thing about that Leicester result on the weekend, which was scary, is that Son was on the bench, bro. Deep it for 1 second.
No, but you didn't take control of the game till he came back on, though. That's the thing.
Bro, the strength in depth at Tottenham right now means that we could bring on a Son. We can bring on a Basuma. We can bring these men on. So when the going gets tough and it ain't working, we got man them that we can bring on that can change a game. We never had that before. When Harry Kane or Son went on form, we had to look to the bench and it was looking at Lucas Moura or Carlos Vinicius. No, big up to them, respect to them. They're nice blokes.
Them legends there.
Or Jensen, that Jensen guy that we got from the Dutch league. Bro, the backup was dead food, bro. Now the backup is top class. It's like for like, pretty much. And for me, you're right. But the main thing is this. This is not like Mourinho. Mourinho, that was the style of play. And you can legitimately ask me, how long can this last? Under Conte, we just haven't clicked yet. And that is scary because once these men click, it all hell's breaking loose. And
you reckon?
Bro, honestly, please. And the reason why I reckon is because towards the end of last season, we were pumping teams for fun, bro. We were pumping. I mean, you lot were in there as well and got pumped. I'm not that. That's no banter. You lot got smashed up when you lot came to White Hart Lane. So now Tottenham, the new players are trying to fill the new formation. Last season, we don't have more than 5 points at this stage. This season, we've racked up 17 points without playing good football. Are you mad? We are coming for everybody. So, bro, I hear what you're saying, but I'm not worried at all because it's just like Son, it's a matter of time before it clicks.
Brother, I'm just saying this, yeah. If you try to come to the Emirates Stadium with that dead football you've been playing, we're going to clean you up, bro.
Never.
Clean you up, bro.
There's
Trust
no way.
me. We're not Chelsea, bro. We're not on this Chelsea thing, bro. We're not on this Southampton Leicester thing that you lot dealt with. Nah, we're not on that, bro. We are Arsenal Football Club and we're going to handle you.
Look, the
if you come to the Emirates Stadium with this dead football you're playing, bro, we are going to shoot you up.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. And you know what? My guy, Labelle, in the chat, he said it. Real talk, you guys have not been tested this season. Let's be real. Even the game against Ajax United, you man weren't really tested. You guys were just unfortunate that you made a silly change and it wrapped up the thing. But Man U didn't do anything in that game, but they walked away with the 3 points.
Have you been tested? Have you been?
Yes,
tested?
we were tested against Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea had dead food, bro. Chelsea got whacked up, slapped up by Leeds, slapped up by Southampton. Teams that you slapped up, bro.
Bro, we're not doing that.
A team that you slapped up, Chelsea are dead food out here, bro.
What you got to recognize is that
Tuchel lost his job as a result of that game, bro.
You know why we're not doing that?
Of one of those games, bro.
We don't play well.
That's not a test.
I told you already, there are two teams Tottenham do not perform against.
No.
West Ham and Chelsea, because them man there, when they play Tottenham,
okay, great. Pause for 1 second then. Then I can now say that we technically don't do well at Old Trafford, regardless of who's
been coached. That's legit. So, but I can also that's I'm accepting that. But what I'm also saying to you is that that's why I said so far this season, Arsenal haven't been tested.
So far you haven't been tested then, if that's the case. Because Chelsea, they typically play well against you anyway, so it's not really a test. It's just it's a one-off game. So
are you saying that Man U's good at the moment?
Bro, they've won their last how many games? 4 games in a row.
I think
4 Premier League games in a row.
I think Ajax United are dead food.
Bro, like it's a results-based business. They're in good form. In those 4 games, they beat Arsenal and Liverpool. So arguably, they're playing good form. Are they not?
All right,
and remember, a worse United beat you twice last season.
Okay, but
when you saying?
So okay, all right, I'll take that. So but look, listen to this. Listen to this, and where everyone in the chat agrees with me. When you looked at when the fixtures came out this season, and you went down the fixtures, you went all the way until the 1st of October, and you went 3 points. True or false?
False, bro. False.
Are you lying, bro? Why are you lying, bro?
False, bro.
Which team look, drop points again?
Look,
who were you going to drop points against?
Bro, I was worried at the Crystal Palace. We dropped points against them.
Bro.
They took 4 points off us last season.
Sorry, man.
They beat us every year for the last 3 years, I think. At once a season for the last 3 years. Crystal Palace. So that's a difficult tie, especially away from home. We lost 3-0. Why shouldn't I be worried about that fixture? They beat you the same score last season at that same ground. So you should be worried going there. And it's a London derby.
No, I'm not worried going there.
You should be. Vieira's unbeaten against Spurs, bro. So you should be freaking worried about that. Yeah, as a manager and a freaking player, bro.
Smash Vieira this season.
So relax yourself.
Anyway, like I told you, I ain't seen nothing from your team to change. You know, people keep talking. You know, I feel like I'm getting on people's nerves, and if I am, great. You get what I'm saying?
Because you're lying, that's why.
And I made some predictions at the beginning of the season, before the season started, and I'm going to keep harping on about this. I ain't seen nothing from your club to tell me to tweak my predictions a little bit. I've already said that Tottenham spank Arsenal home and away this season. Roll on the 1st of October. So you lot can get spanked. This international break is pissing me off, to be honest with you. It's getting on my nerves. You get me? I can't wait to come to the Emirates and roll you man over. Then what?
But that's not going to happen though, Deji. That's the thing.
Anyway, clip this show.
That's the thing. That's not going to happen. Like, when did that last happen?
Bro,
when?
It's happening.
When did it happen?
Do
you remember when you last came to the Emirates at Midside?
We're not
do you
doing
remember
that.
that?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. History. History wasn't your strong point in school. You know history.
I'm asking you a question.
You were more into kind of like science.
I'm asking you a question, bro, and you can't answer.
You're a scientist.
You can't answer me.
You're a historian, bro. I'm not doing that history crap. What we're talking about is what's coming up in the next week.
What's coming up in the next week?
Yeah, next week. Is it next week? Is it next week or the week after?
I think it's the week after. International break for a week and a bit.
Week after next. I can't wait.
The only thing that's coming is we're gonna run up in your dance, bro, at the Emirates Stadium. We're gonna smoke you. I'm not worried about you. I'm never worried when it comes to Tottenham coming to the Emirates Stadium, bro. I have no reason to be. In my lifetime, we shoot you up at home. That's what just happens, isn't it? I've seen you take like 3 points, maybe twice in my lifetime, bro.
Let me tell you what I hope for, because we're not doing this show now.
What do you hope for?
I hope that Ben White is at right back.
Bro, you don't want that.
We know that Zinchenko is out, yeah? Is Zinchenko out? He's out.
Whether he's in, out, shake it all about, we don't care.
I hope
Kieran Tierney.
I can't
wait.
Tierney. You know what? Anyway, we'll hold tight for the show. Bring on your fellow Arsenal other chums. You get me? Them pedigree chums. Bring on them and we'll do our thing. But what I am saying to you right now is if you're going to put some respect on Arsenal's name, then you got to put some respect on Tottenham. Because right now, there are 3 teams lighting up the Prem. And I want you to tell me the 3 teams' name. And then I'll do it. And then I'll do it after you.
Right. No problem. The 3 teams are
can you
Arsenal, Man City, and Tottenham.
Okay. Equally, Tottenham's lighting up the Prem.
Yeah.
Man City's lighting up the Prem. Arsenal is lighting up the Prem.
why you always stuttering at the end? Say it to your chest. Say, open your mouth. Let me see your teeth as you say out. What do you mean? Right. All right, let me get into some of the comments. Big up Craig AFC. Nando's FC are going to get cooked. You done know, Craig. Let them know. Bro, I'm trying to put the link in. I'll try and set the link in for you to jump on, bro. Taib, Spurs in the mud.
How are we in the mud?
I don't know about that. That's a bit much. Taib said I'll speak into facts. I don't know what about, but yeah, I always speak facts when it comes to Arsenal anyway, bro. Interesting. Deji doesn't like history. Tell us about your team's history, Deji. Niger, tell him. You don't want to talk history because you don't get no history, bro. I understand. But we can talk now. We can talk right here, right now. And the table says Arsenal are top of the league and Tottenham are third. That's what it says right here, right now. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's 7 games.
But you know what, bro?
There's nothing to get overexcited about.
Bro, look, don't downplay Arsenal's achievement so far this season. It's an achievement after. This is not 3 games. 7 games is an indication of where a team's heading this season. You know what you're doing in terms of how you lot are moving. Right now, you man are top after 7 games. You have to put some respect on that. Well done to you. Clap, 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 clap. Well done. But am I scared? Right now, Tottenham is 1 point behind you. Not 4, not 5, not 6. We're not Liverpool. We're not doing any of that crap. We're 1 point behind you. We're breathing fire and brimstone down your neck. So it's game. You know what? Can I just say this though, Nigel? What I was thinking before we came on the show. Ain't it fitting that both our teams are actually at the top?
No,
do you know what I'm saying? Ain't it fitting? Because I don't know what I'd be saying to you if Tottenham was doing rubbish this season. And I don't know, there's nothing telling me if your team was doing rubbish. So it makes sense that both our teams are doing well, or this show is a disaster, because once one of us goes clear, You know it's long for that other
bro,
person.
It's long. It's a long day every single week, dreading that big stat show of the North London rivals,
Right.
dragging their heels. It's peak. Let's see who's gonna dip first, though, innit? That's what it's the survival of the fittest, bro.
Well,
let's see what's going on here.
One of us has taken the L so far this season, though.
Yeah, but one of us has won 6 matches this season.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Respectfully too.
One of us has taken the L, yeah?
Respectfully. Are you going to go unbeaten all season?
I'm not saying that, bro.
One of us knows how that feels, isn't it? So, but are you going to go unbeaten all season? Okay.
All right, cool.
Hold tight. No, but this is what I want to do, though, because obviously, as you said, we have to give us North London clubs some props, being at the top of the league right now in terms of people are talking about us. Like,
could you say, sorry, before you go on, sorry, I apologize. Could you say London clubs?
North London clubs, Arsenal and Tottenham at the top of the table. Yeah, I'm saying that. You heard what I said, bro. You heard what I said.
You went south.
Anyway, come up to your area and shot it up and owned it like it's our own. Made it our own, innit? Made it our own, if that's what you want to say. But anyway, we're both doing well. So I want to know from you, your point of view, like, who would you say are your 2 standout players this season so far, and why?
On both teams?
No, on both teams, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, definitely the 2 standout players for Arsenal is Saliba and Jesus. Them man have made a big boy difference. Had you been playing Ben White, I guarantee you, in that centre-back position, this would be a different show. You'd be getting clapped up, slapped up, Nepa would be happening, the Wi-Fi would be getting all funny. But being real, put some respect on Saliba for him coming in. He scored 2 goals this season as well. I mean, bloody hell, 2 goals. Games. And then Jesus just has shown the difference between him and Lacazette. If Lacazette was playing against Leicester, that game ends in a 2-2 draw. You know, that is the difference. So you got to put some respect. For Tottenham Hotspur this season, I would have to tell you, Richarlison for me, and I would have to say...
First of all, Richarlison. Why? Why Richarlison?
Bro, you know what? Just the energy that he's brought in. Every time he's come on, he's just been a terror. And he's just brought a different dynamic, which has helped Tottenham get it over the line. I'm also going to credit Richarlison with Son's hat-trick against Leicester because he had to come off the pitch. But because he's been playing so well, we had to bench Son, bro. We had to bench Son. Anyone that can come into a new team and bench an ever-present, you got to put respect on. And that's what Richarlison did. Bro, can I say that Perisic has had 3 assists, bro, from deliveries into the box? Just his balls into the box. I know people were worried about Perisic. He's an old man. Rare. Say what you like. The guy's delivery is on point. I don't care. It's like having Beckham in the squad, bro. It's just making our set pieces. I think Tottenham have scored 7 headers, bro. 7 headers this season.
I think Eric Dyer's even got 2 goals this season.
Bro, it is mad. So for me, Perisic and Richie, them man have come in and done bits.
Okay. So I would say for Tottenham, I'd say I wouldn't have picked either of the players that you picked, actually. I'm intrigued to the fact that you picked those 2. I would say, obviously, Harry Kane. I know maybe that was an obvious one, so that's why you didn't say it. But I just think the guy is like, he's just got back to his scoring best and he scores all sorts of goals, man. Even though he's still dropping deep, like, finishing-wise, like, other than Haaland, there's no better in the Premier League right now.
Bro, and Tottenham fans will tell you that Kane ain't really started banging. So he's scoring, but he's not. He's not banging. He's a bit like the club.
He's not playing well, but he's
not. So
he's doing what he does. He's being clinical. Right. He's doing that. And he's carried you to 3 points a few times now this season already.
Okay, exactly.
So, and the second player, which I'm surprised I'm even talking about because I've been quite critical of this guy over the months. Højbjerg. He's actually impressed me this season, man. He's getting forward a little bit more, driving with the ball. I think he's got a couple of goals this season. So, boy, surprise. So,
bro, and
and who would have thought he'd still be keeping Bissouma out of the side?
Bro, and you know, this is why, Niger, that even though we have this show, we go toe to toe, we tear each other up. Man can pause for a second and put some respect. I remember a few weeks back, you had some guys, one of them being Cass from Manchester United, and on that show, he talked about McTominay and Fred being better than Højbjerg. And I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, just let it simmer. Let that one simmer for a bit.
Right.
Well, all right. So those are the Tottenham players. But for me, Arsenal players, I would say it's probably the same too. Jesus, for his, he starts the press from the front. He's everywhere. Sometimes I would like him to be in the box, like against United. I think he could have been in the box a little bit more. But in terms of the intensity he brings to our front line, impeccable.
He's good.
His finishing, he's dribbling, he's playing with a smile on his face, confidence. The players behind him are confident in giving him the ball that he's going to do the job. I believe the mentality from City is definitely helping. Long may that continue. And the second player is Saliba as well, because he's literally just slotted into the side. Literally slotted in so seamlessly from pre-season straight into the Arsenal side. I mean, and he's already our best centre-back. I didn't think I'd be saying it so early, but he's already our best centre-back.
Bro, if I can be, and I'm sorry to cut you, bro, if I can be brutally honest, your first 11, I'm not going to lie, and I'm seeing forwards comment here, he said Deji's petrified of Arsenal. I'm not petrified of Arsenal, but what I will say, though, is that your first 11 can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the league. I hope that when you lot play Man City, you have a full squad, because that will be a very interesting game, because we know that team can't sit back. Your team can't sit back. So you have to go toe-to-toe. And I think that would be an amazing game. Where I think and what I stand on and why I've been making the predictions that I've had is that we know that over the course of the season, given that it's a World Cup year as well, given the amount of games the players, these guys are not robots. People are going to pick up knocks. People are going to pick up injuries. And I look at your bench, and I'm not going to lie, it looks like something from Cheltenham FC, bro. I cannot lie, it's Cheltenham FC on that bench.
15-year-olds on the bench and all that, yeah?
But that's why I feel that you, man, might just miss out this season. You just don't have the strength in depth. Unless you lot go purchasing players in Jan, that bench that don't field anyone. Like, I'm thinking, when you lot play Tottenham, who's coming on? Who's coming on?
Do you know? I hear what I'll answer that question in a sec. First of all, I agree with you about our depth in our squad, because one thing that was massively evident in the previous 3 games was the missing Thomas Partey. Like, look how he came back into the side. No one can tell me if Partey was playing on Old Trafford, we wouldn't have won that game. He slotted back in the side. We look at different proposition. Like, we look in so much more control. He provides us an anchor. But we lose him again, then the problems are starting again. Like, do you get what I'm saying? There's no like for like replacement or someone that we can trust as much as him. I guess for certain games you can trust an El Neni, but for El Neni, he can only trust him for maybe 2 games, and then he goes back to being that annoying player that we always criticize. So I hear you about the depth. I think we'll do well to get to January with this squad. If we can get to January with this squad and keep Partey fit as long as possible, I really do believe we can go back in for a Douglas Luiz and maybe a Mudryk as a winger in January. If we do those 2 things, I'm very, very confident in the top 4. Right now, I think we should still do it, but we make those 2 signings in Jan. There's no doubt. I think we do it comfortably.
And you know what? I've never. You're right, and I've never. I have to big up Arsenal for one thing. Look, I know that I am the Arsenal slayer, Tottenham Van Helsing, and but Arsenal did
smash the likes, people. Smash the likes.
Yes, like and subscribe. Arsenal has done something which really lifted my spirit in terms of young players and football. I'm gonna stop for a moment and put some respect on Arsenal's name. One, because he's a young Nigerian boy as well. But Arsenal had the audacity against Brentford to bring on a 15-year-old youth from the bench. And for me, that spoke volumes, because my son plays, as you know, he's only young, he's only 7.
Did you play for?
Yeah, he's currently at the he's currently playing grassroots football and he's at the Arsenal Academy. But
Okay.
but the thing I liked though was the fact that him coming on showed that Arteta is open to allowing talent to come through. And that's something that I'm not seeing from my club at the moment in terms of allowing talent. And that's something that is a bugbear for me. And I have to give Arsenal their props for that. And the reason why I'm giving you, man, your props is because the young kids, that's what motivates them. I'm looking at Jed Spence, our answer to Reece James, our answer to Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I remember you bigging him up all summer, bro.
No, I'm going to keep bigging him up until the count. I do not know. I mean, it was so deep that Perisic played right wing back against Leicester, bro.
Oh, and
yeah, Perisic was right wing back and Sessegnon was left. I'm thinking, what is this brother doing? What is he doing? I mean, Perisic can play both. I think I told you that already in one of the earlier shows, that he's as good on his right as he is with his left, so it don't really matter. But we've got Jed Spence, 19 years old, ready to fly down that wing like a Usain Bolt, and we're not giving my man a chance. And that, for me, that is pissing me off. That I'm not happy about.
But doesn't that also tell you that maybe he's not better than Emerson Royale, bro?
No, bro, it's not telling me that. I think Conte is too risk-averse. And, you know, there's a little bit, dare I say, I feel there's some slight age discrimination. With Conte, he looks at their age and he's like, you're not ready. You're not ready. You need long. And that, for me, you can be 15 and be ready. And I like to see Conte be a bit more brave, you know, with his decision-making.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, he does tend to play it safe once he has the formula. It took him and you would have thought that he might have even dropped Son earlier than he did, even though it kind of looks like a masterstroke how he's dropped him this time and Son's come on and scored a hat.
He had to drop him. He wasn't playing well.
Yeah. But I would have thought he might have even, with Son's form, I would have thought maybe he would have dropped him earlier than that.
He should have. No, to be real. But he came out and said he flopped his own thing. Because for me, how is Kulusevski in the form? We talk about managers. Like, sometimes these managers make life difficult. You play the players that's in form. Richarlison is in form. Kane's in form. Kulusevski's in form. Nobody was surprised to see Son benched. The only person who was surprised to see Son benched was Conte himself, because truth be told, my man needed the timeout. And every Spurs fan will say it was the right decision. If he's not playing well, let him rest and let him come back. He's class. We know he's class. But if Kane is going for a barren run, I like to see him get an opportunity. Just like you. If Jesus goes on a barren run, you've got to start Nketiah. You've got to start him.
As much as it will hurt me to say it, yeah, you're right. You're right.
But what's the point of having a squad? It don't make sense.
Real talk, man. Let me get into some of the comments before we wrap up the show. Saliba won every header. He was outstanding, definitely. Tony, it wasn't a kick about with the boys this year, was it, man? Like Tony, piped you down.
Tony's an Arsenal fan, though, isn't he?
That's what I thought, but he was chatting hella crud last season, so he had to shut his mouth this year. Partey was injured, but he's been very good. 100% Deji, our bench is championship level. We had a 15-year-old yesterday, Caramba. But yeah, and he even came on the pitch. That's how much we mugged off Brentford yesterday. Deji, are we still finished below West Ham, Aston Villa and Wolves? Is that what's still going on, Deji? The panel, the comment section are asking you, bro. Is that still happening?
I knew forward had to just be it. Why has he always got to fast himself and take it forward? Look, my prediction was Aston Villa, Newcastle to finish ahead of Arsenal at the beginning of the season. And then I've asked to swap Aston Villa with Crystal Palace. I am prepared on the 15th game to reassess my evaluation. But as it stands, I will say, and you know, the thing is, I don't know why Arsenal fans banter me, because when you listen to me, it's almost like I'm showing more faith in your team than you guys are. Because I'm saying,
bro, you said we're gonna finish 8th. Don't try it.
No.
You said we're gonna finish 8th, so don't do that.
But I also said I expect you to win your first 9 games,
which doesn't make sense. That means you're just a madman. You're a madman. No. It's official. Deji is a bloody madman. He did crazy. Fully, from start to finish.
But I know when the rules are going to fall. This month, October, is when the rules fall off.
We shall see. I won't lie. I'm kind of happy the City game has been taken out of the equation of that October segment. But it makes it look a little bit... Are you
not playing City?
Nah, they're rearranging it probably after the World Cup now or something.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure.
Same for Spurs. We missed out on City as well.
Yeah.
So
I can't say that I'm upset about that being out of the mix. It does change the way the fixtures look, but still, October is technical. But Deji, Arsenal, top of the league, Spurs, third place in the league. The next game that we both play is against each other. I don't want to get your prediction just now because I know we're going to do a little something before the game. But what would I ask you? How would you evaluate Tottenham's season in one sentence so far?
Yeah, bro, Tottenham haven't played well, but we've got the points. I think somebody in the comments wrote, it's not about the performance, it's about the result. And I think that pretty much sums up Tottenham's season so far. Performances have been absolutely diabolical, but here we sit 1 point behind Arsenal, third in the league. And I know you wanted one sentence, but just to deep it, you guys are having a remarkable season so far. I think we can say that Arsenal's having a tremendous season. I'm seeing Tunnel TV, I'm seeing Red TV, I'm seeing all sorts of TVs just going off the heezy for sheezy with Arsenal's performances, and you're only 1 point ahead of Spurs. So it's quite interesting when you look at it.
Well, our targets are still set. Top four, we're on target for that. That's what I would say. I'm excited to see what the new signings have done, including our very own kind of new signing, William Saliba. I hope he continues to progress. International break. I hope both clubs get through it without any injuries, so there's no excuses come the North London derby. Big up everyone in the comment section. Like, share, comment, subscribe, whether you're watching now or whether you're watching later. Catch us again this week for our rival shot up watch either tomorrow or Wednesday, and also we'll probably do something for the international break on the weekend. Have a great evening, guys.
Peeps. Bye.
Take care.